Welcome to our 2026 Lunar New Year celebration, and to kick it off with firecrackers and a lot of noise and pageantry is our lion dance team from St. Louis. So we'll have you all go ahead. So, we've given them a lot of applause, but you know what they just did when they came around the crowd? They helped to drive the bad spirits away so good luck can come. So you've been blessed by two very feisty lions out there. All right. So we usually have big celebrations like this kick off with a lot of noise, a lot of excitement, the firecrackers, the drums, the cymbals, the lions. Again, to make sure that we are prepared for the new year to welcome in the good luck. So we're driving all the bad juju out, right? All of the bad vibes, and we're allowing for those good vibes to come in. And again, we're really appreciative of our students coming here today to share some of these ancient traditions. So in celebration of the Lunar New Year, which began this year on February 17th, I'm really delighted to have Commissioner Zellers, as well as my cabinet colleagues here, to help us welcome in the Year of the Horse. And so thank you very much for coming. Really appreciate the support. And of course, we want to thank our Governor Pipa as well. Again, we need permission to be able to do our banner hanging ceremony at his doors here, and we have been allowed to do this by every governor since February of 2018. So it's been a long time for our tradition here. We're really glad to be able to kick that off and celebrate with everyone tonight. I also really want to thank my staff. Oh my gosh, where's Chelsea Thompson and Beth Sweet? They are somewhere around here, probably very busy making sure that all the preparations are going off just right. They have really been the backbone of making sure that we are organized and ready. So if you do get to see them, I think they have name tags on at some point, please thank them because they have really been, again, the ones to make sure that this program happens every year with me. And a special thank you for all those volunteers too. I know quite a few from my own agency, the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations, as well as other state agencies have really put a lot of time and effort to supporting us. And this year we have Trilogy Financial and Hang Nguyen, who has helped to support some of our reception tonight. So he provided some goodies too. We're also really honored this year to hang these beautiful banners here. The Duilian, it's a couplet, and it was composed by St. Louis-based artist Mr. Liu Sun, and Mr. Liu's beautiful calligraphy is now displayed here in the state capitol. Oh, I realized I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Anna Hugh. I'm the director of the Missouri Department of Labor and Industrial Relations, and again, really grateful for the opportunity to welcome you to our beautiful state capitol and to share a bit about these cultural traditions with you. Now, I'm going to invite two students, Amelia and Maggie, to help me explain the significance of hanging the Duilian, or what we call the New Year's couplet here, and why these well wishes were specially composed for this Year of the Horse celebration. So, Amelia and Maggie, please come on.
In many Asian cultures around the world, it has been celebrated for over 4,000 years. There are many traditions to wish everyone good luck for the coming year. Homes and businesses are decorated in red for luck and gold for fortune. The most common decoration to hang is a Duilian at the front door of a home or business. The poem is painted on red banners. The character Fu means good fortune or happiness. It is used to wish people good luck and was often written on red squares to hang as decorations. These are our New Year wishes for the people of Missouri as we conclude the year of this name and welcome the Year of the Horse.
拱门画彩云，万里春风传友谊。An arch rises through rainbow clouds, carrying friendship on the spring winds across vast lands. 骏马奔康庄，千年余益，祝繁荣。Swift horses speed along prosperous roads, bearing wishes of enduring fortune and lasting prosperity. 春和景明, a serene spring with radiant views.
You know, we hold this celebration every year here as a special opportunity for our young, talented people to come from across the state and share these traditions. So I'm very proud of Amelia and Maggie for coming up here and helping us explain these banners, Duilian, and the special wishes that are, again, these good wishes for the Year of the Horse here. And now I'm going to invite my colleague, Commissioner Ken Zellers, to help me with the program. Ken was appointed Commissioner of the Missouri Office of Administration over 4 years ago and has been serving in many positions, both leadership in government as well as in the private sector. In his current job, he's incredibly important in terms of keeping Missouri moving forward. There's a lot of work that he does that often goes behind the scenes and nobody ever really knows about. So again, we really appreciate the hard work that Missouri's Office of Administration under Commissioner Zeller's leadership has provided to not just us in the state workforce, but to citizens across the entire state. It's my privilege to introduce Ken, my good friend.
Thank you, Director Hugh. Before I get started, I would just like to acknowledge all the hard work and dedication put forth by Director Hugh and the staff and the volunteers, because without Director Hugh and the volunteers and her staff, this would not be possible. And I just want to say thank you very much, and round of applause. So greetings, everyone. It's been a beautiful winter day here in Jefferson City, and there is such a wonderful energy in the air as we gather for this celebration. Thank you, Director Hugh, for inviting me to be a part of this 2026 Lunar New Year celebration as we welcome the Year of the Horse. I also want to share a special thank you to Amelia and Maggie for explaining the couplet, and Mr. Lou for preparing the beautiful banners for the Governor's Double Doors. The performances we saw today were absolutely fantastic. I was so impressed by the students from the St. Louis Chinese Language School and their performance of the Lion's Dance. In my role as Commissioner of the Office of Administration, I am so proud of the progress we have made over the years. We continue to build a strong community by learning about one another and understanding our differences. The collaboration is what allows us to make state government truly accessible to all of our customers. I truly appreciate all of you traveling from across the state to celebrate the Lunar New Year here in our state capital. I'm grateful for the 55,000 team members in Missouri, the Missouri government, who work tirelessly for our customers, and for the wishes of success and prosperity written on these red banners. These celebrations are a direct investment in our team and our culture, reminding us that we are all better together. Director Hugh, I look forward to hanging the final squares of the Fu characters on the ceremonial doors of the Governor's office with you. Thank you for your incredible dedication to our great state. I am truly honored to serve alongside such a compassionate and talented team. I look forward to all the success we will achieve together this year and in the coming year. Thank you very much, and appreciate you.
Kids in the crowd, you want to help me hang? Ken Zeller's going to hang the last red squares in the door. It's the final part of the decoration. So all you young folks, anyone shorter than me, maybe. That might be. Yeah. That'd be quite confusing. But anyway, come on up.
Go help.
You're tall as those, okay? All right, come on. We're gonna help this up. Let's get that right. All right, you ready? Yeah. Make sure. Okay, maybe we put a little lower because I don't know. So they're equal. We need to make sure they're matched. Yeah. Okay, ready? Anybody else want to help me push? We're gonna push on this. Okay. All right. Push it. We want all the good luck to stick here for the state of Missouri, right? All right. Good job. All right, thank you. All right. Thank you for helping.
All right, are you guys ready for the next half? All right, we're very excited. We're going to get loud again. Get ready, get ready. Okay, welcome to the 2026 Lunar New Year celebration. As we begin the Year of the Horse, we're delighted to have so many talented young people from across the state come to perform here at our beautiful Missouri State Capitol. We'll start this portion of the program with the Lion Dance, which is a popular way to kick off many significant celebrations. Thank you for your praise. Next, we'll have Maggie Zheng join us from the Chinese Culture and Education Services. She will be performing on the Pipa. Pipa is a traditional Chinese club string instrument with over 2,000 years of history, recognizable by its pear-shaped body and short fretted neck. It's one of the most expressive and technically demanding instruments in Chinese music. Its sounds can be delicate and lyrical, but can also be bold and even melodic. In the next performance by Maggie, be sure to pay attention to the speed, clarity, dramatic articulation, and musical storytelling in this piece called Glistening White Snow in Spring. Could you restart the music, please? Okay, let's go. Thanks.
Guzhen at times is also called the Chinese zither. It was once central to Chinese court music and often producing a bright, flowing sound that's compared to water rippling or wind whispering. This instrument is often associated with poetry and classical aesthetics. Iris is performing a classical Guzhen piece with themes of longing and past called Farewell Prelude of the Western Country. Kungfu in Mandarin, or Kungfu in American, is also known as martial arts. It's been practiced in China and around the world for thousands of years. Master Chi was trained in the Shaolin Temple tradition and has been cultivating young Kungfu talent in St. Louis for years, winning awards nationally and internationally. Please enjoy the dashing Kungfu moves from Selena Wong and Melinda Liu. set to lyrics inspired by an ancient poem, which is a tender celebration of the deep bond between girls who grow old, or grow up side by side, because you can grow old side by side. Anyway, sharing dreams as well as accessories and uplifting one another with enduring affections. So we had quite a few performances from our friends from the Chinese community, and now we have a group coming in to celebrate and represent some of the Korean culture as well. So Lunar New Year is probably the biggest celebration that we have across multiple Asian cultures, and it's essentially like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all rolled into one. So it lasts from the first day of the new moon of the new year until the 15th day, which is the first full moon. So it's a lot of great fun for 15 days. That's traditionally what the celebration is. So I'd like to welcome now our friends from the St. Louis Youth Ambassadors to perform two Korean folk songs, I think Arirang and Arirang Rhapsody. I hope I said that right. All right, so returning this year, we're really excited to have these performers come from the Korean American community, and this program of the St. Louis Youth Ambassadors aims to provide members with the opportunity to benefit and get involved with the community while also developing leadership skills and getting various experiences that help cultivate an insightful cultural perspective. So tonight they're going to perform two Korean songs. Again, it's an Arirang song. It's a gentle, flowing melody and buoyant lyrics express themes of longing, separation, and hope, universal feelings that resonate across generations. And that will be followed by that Rhapsody, a more modern take of this traditional song. This piece transforms a traditional melody into a sweeping, rhapsodic form, blending Korean musical heritage with Western classical techniques. The work celebrates the timeless beauty of Arirang while expanding its emotional range through rich harmonies, dynamic contrast, and virtuosic passages.
And that was, again, a cell celebration, but at the same time, we also were able to bring in these students to perform for us and commemorate that. So we were so delighted with their performance, then we invited them back to celebrate Lunar New Year with us. So this dance is a traditional fan dance, which is considered symbols of grace, beauty, and charm. The dance is characterized by its fluid, gentle movements, mimicking the flow of wind or water. The fans themselves are made of silk and often resemble the petals of the lotus flower, the national flower of Vietnam. Dancers often perform in coordinated groups for cultural festivals, public celebrations, and temples, signifying unity and community.